What's up, guys? Keyshawn the Cheer here, back at you with another alternate universe What If. And this is going to be part 4, if I'm correct? Part 4 of What If Deku was suicidal. Now, clearly, I have a one fan and constantly other people who's asking for the series to continue on for an encore. So, I'm giving y'all part 4 of What If Deku suicidal. Part 4 or part 5? I might be confused. Hold on. Let me just pause for a quick. Actually, I just got a conversation from the other colleagues of my workers. They just said it was part 4. So, I'm pretty much a Queetarty, you could say. Now, let's continue. Now, pretty much as we last left off, Deku, you could say, was pretty much at the USJ attack, pretty much awakening his power, turning into, you could say, another being with his unlocking his sin, kind of let everything go, you could say, and killing a lot of villains, and also almost killing Shigaraki in the process. Now, where how he unlocked that form, it was because of his you could say, love interest, Darius senpai. She was injured through the battle. Now, after the whole USA, they get a 2 weeks of break, and Deku is just chilling in his house until he gets a knock on the door, and it's the deacon from the church. Now, since I gave a quick recap, let's continue with the next part. Sorry, I should really get some good sleep, but I got an announcement to make about the whole what if. I know some fans want me to do what if Deku do, like what if Deku was Rick from Rick and Morty. Listen, if I do that, I'm gonna have to do a lot of research because I gotta make that what if good. And I watched the show Rick and Morty. I know about the show. I know about like the whole adventures of Rick and Morty and their adventures doing like of Rick trying to collect items and stuff, and it takes his grandson with him to do crazy adventures and all that stuff. And just random crap always happened, and this is the most funniest happened. And I want to do that, but I'm going to have to rewatch the episodes of Rick and Morty. And when I do the episodes, I'm going to do what if Deku was Rick from Rick and Morty. Because if I just do it and just be like, oh, yeah, Deku is a smart genius and stuff, and then that means Deku's going to have a grandson. That means Deku's going to have a grandson or a friend to travel with him and stuff. Like, I want to do it, but I want to do my research. And plus, the people who watch Rick and Morty, they're going to be very defended and disrespected. Be disrespected of me doing, like, what if Deku was from Rick and Morty? And Deku was just, doing this and stuff, and I'm just adding this. No. I want to do this legit. I want to do that legit. So, I will do it. What if Deku was Rick from Rick and Morty? But I want to do my research before I just do anything on that. And plus, I respect Rick and Morty. He's a Chad, Pickle Rick, pretty funny. I respect that. So I will work on that later. But right now, let's continue in the video. So, pretty much Deku is having a talk with the deacon. What you could say the deacon of the church, and he's pretty much talking to Deku. And having a conversation with him saying, Deku, we know about you. We know about you and your suicidal and you coming back to life. We know you're the, you could say, the champion or the sinner champion for Lucifer when the tournament of this tournament begins. They don't know what is the tournament, but they know it's called the Galaxy Tournament because we're going to say that it's kind of giving some tippers, some tip, you could say. Now, Deku is pretty much talking to him, and they're pretty much trying to have a word with Deku and stuff. And also, trying to get information and stuff. Now, Deku was pretty much talking to him and saying, yeah, I'm the champion of this tournament you're speaking of. Now, this is where the Deacon's saying, well, we're gonna have to stop you. Because we're gonna say pretty much the Deacons think that the end of the world is gonna happen with Deku, and they're saying, and they basically say, we're gonna have to kill you, Deku, because we heard you. Like they're pretty much saying we heard you was the end of the world, or the of the child prophecy to bring the end of the world. Now, Deku is saying, listen, I don't know, who who told you that, but I'm not the one who's gonna end the world. I don't even care. More likely, I don't even want to be on this disgusting earth because Deku has some, you could say, feelings, and he doesn't like the earth. He just doesn't like himself. Now, pretty much, the deacon has a knife, and Inko is pretty much walking downstairs with a knife at him. Now, Deku gets up and says, "What are you doing with my mom?" And we're gonna say, the deacon is saying, "Well, like I said, we could do this the easy way or the hard way. Now, this is where they about to, cut Inko's neck. This is where Deku, gets pissed off and snaps his finger, and he snaps the lady who was holding Inko hostage. And the deacon gets up, he looks behind him and realizes the nurse is dead. Now Inko is, you could say, frightened, and Deku grabs the deacon neck and pretty much sends him flying out the house. Now, the rest of the church are coming in with their knives and stuff and ready to stab Deku and kill him. This is where Deku pulls out the Excalibur. Well, pulls out a wand, and a staff, and pretty much says, "So y'all really gonna come at me then?" Now, this is where they all charging at him. And Deku pretty much taps down and pretty much freezes the whole. Well, he pretty much sets everybody into a blaze. Now everybody's screaming and running away, and Deku is pretty much, you could say, grabbing daggers and throwing it left and right at people, and stabbing them all. Now Deku is, pretty much killing them one by one, and the Deacon is pretty much saying, "We're sorry, we should not have never done that." With Deku just says, "Enough talking," and he pretty much stabs the Deacon with a swift stab ending his life. Now Inko is terrified of Deku, looking at him. And pretty much Deku starts to look at his mom and says, "I'm sorry, Mom, that I caused this to happen to you. I'm leaving now. Don't expect me to come back to the house." Which Nico is saying, wait, Mizuku, which Deku's not hearing it. And he pretty much starts walking. Now it begins to start raining, and Deku begins to start walking and stuff. As he's walking, he sees a hotel. We're gonna say hotel. Now Deku walks in, and the motel woman, she asks, "Hello, are you gonna be staying here for a couple of days or stuff?" And Deku just gives her, like, we're gonna say $1,000, and he just 1,000, you could say, and basically gives it to her. Just says, "I'm gonna be staying here for a couple of days or maybe a week or a month," and she says, "Oh, okay." Now Deku gets the key and goes in. Bees in the hotel. Now, this is where Jerry Senpai asks where is Deku, seeing like 1,000 corpses and stuff, and the ambulance coming in. This is where, you could say, she tells that Deku without running away from home. Now, Senpai, Bako's sister keeps going, looking around and trying to find where he's at. And he's in the hotel pretty much just, you could say, listening to some sad music. Nah, not sad music. He's pretty much, reading his book and watching some sad movies and stuff. He begins to cry. Now, Pride is pretty much saying, "Stop, bro, stop crying. Like, stop crying." Now, these are all the sins. They're pretty much hopping out of Dick. They're pretty much looking at Dick and saying, "Yo, can you please stop crying?" And Raph is saying, she's pretty much saying, "You should be pissed off. You should be angry." Which Greed is counting his money, saying, "I think he should just let him be. We should just probably let him be himself and just cry." Which, Ross is saying, "Oh, what a poor child. Do you want to have an orgy?" which, Pride says, "I don't even like you, Russ, like that." But she says, "Not you, some other girls." Which Friday is saying rude. Now, this is where Deku just telling them to shut up. Just telling them to shut up. And they pretty much go back into Deku. Now, this is where Senpai knocks on the door and asking is Mizuku's there, which he opens up and says yeah. Now, they'd be in the room and he's talking to her. You could say that he's talking to her, saying that, you know, what happened, that he's tired of everybody's trying to end him out in this world. He's just trying to live. He's trying his best to live life, but the world is just not giving him a chance to live. This is where Senpai kisses him and says, well, she doesn't want him to die. She wants him to live and to love and take care of him, which Deku smiles and they spend the night together. Now, I said I'm going to put some detailed sex, so this is going to be a detailed sex scene. Now, as they begin to kiss and stuff, Deku begins to take off his shirt and then takes off her shirt. He begins to unbutton her bra, and they still making out. They begin to take off their pants and stuff, and Deku takes off her pants. Now, as Deku is kissing her, he begins to, you could say, bite on her nipple. And now she begins to moan, because like I said, lust power. It comes in handy sometimes. Now, as she begins to moan and stuff, this is where Deku's, you could say, sticks it in and stuff. He begins to stick his penis in the vagina, you could say. No baby holding back. Now, Deku is going in and out, penetrating and stuff. And she's moaning and saying yes and stuff. And she begins to, you could say, hold him tight. Now, this is where Deku done nuts in the sauce, you could say, or nut in the prime. You could say stuff the turkey, you could say. Or nut in the vagina. Not gonna hold it back. And gets her pregnant, you could say. Now, they're laying together in the hotel room while Senpai is laying on Deku's chest, and she's pretty much saying, so you're gonna tell me how you got this mark on you? Got this cross on you? Now, Deku pretty much says, well, I guess I should tell you. And he tells her how he been fighting hell and stuff. And how he been climbing up to heaven. It was centuries or like billions of years of fighting and stuff. And you don't age. Well, you begin to age a lot into old man. Your body begins to rumble. You begin to think you're losing yourself, which I begin to lose myself, but I got myself back. Now, she sheds a tear and says, I feel so bad for you, which, Deku says, don't feel bad for me. Like, I'm happy that I'm with you. Now, this is where the teachers start going to, like, students' houses. You could say, going to the students' house and asking the parents to have their children to be at the school and have rooms. You could stay there so students won't get attacked or get hurt. Which Inko is saying Mizuku's not here, but yeah, he'd be taking that. No, not because she wants him to be at some school and being at some place that she knows that he'd be safe instead of some random hotel or something. Now, Inko gives a text to Deku telling him that the school have decided in Yatsu. And Senpai gets a text to him, and she's saying, oh, we're going to be staying at this high school today. Now, Deku goes to Inko's house and go to his mom's house, and she hugs him and says she was worried stuff, and Deku says yeah. Now they're talking stuff, and Deku's packing his stuff, and he begins to get going. Now Senpai is only at the door for him, and they begin to go together. Now as they make it to the place, Baku is already there, and they're all talking about this stuff. Now they are all finding their rooms and stuff. Deku room is a little bit. Now everybody's room is the same. Now Deku room is a little bit different. It doesn't have the whole action figure of All Might and stuff. It has like one figurine toy of All Might, but everything else is like, you could say, tone, horror movies, graphic and stuff, like kind of like ancient history and all that. And they're saying, "Wow, Deku, your room is quite bizarre." Which Deku says, "Yeah, thanks." Now, later that, you could say night. This is where Uraraka comes in, Deku's room, and she begins to ask if he's alright. And Deku says, "Yeah." Now they begin to walking out in the stars and stuff. Uraraka is saying that she was like making sure he's alright after what he did and stuff. And he's saying that. Now they begin talking. She says, "Look, I'm really sorry for asking you what happened to you stuff." Which he says it's alright and stuff. And she begins to, you could say, offer her feelings to stuff and holds his hand. And this is where Deku says, "Yeah," and stuff. And this is where he pretty much takes his hands away from him. He's saying, "Well, I'm already seeing someone, and I'll see you later," you could say. Sorry about that, had to close the door, but pretty much he says, "I'm already seeing someone, and I already have feelings for someone else," which she says, "Oh, well, I won't, like, I won't stop, having feelings for you." And Deku pretty much walks in. Now, Senpai saw the hand hold, and she's pretty much saying, "I pretty much have nothing." This is where Uraraka gets abducted. You could say get abducted and captured. Now, well, actually no, this is where she gets abducted and captured. Now, she wakes up in a room that she doesn't know, and this is where Senpai shows herself. You just couldn't stop messing with him, could you? Which now Uraraka is saying, "Senpai, what you, like, why am I tied up here? What's happening?" Which she says, you can't mess with my mans. You can't, like, trying to get with my mans. And he only belongs to me," which this is where Uraraka is saying, wait, calm down, like, he already turned, but she says enough talking and pretty much cuts Uraraka's neck, pretty much killing her, you could say. Now Deku is pretty much like in his room and sent something, which this is where Lucifer shows himself and says, Deku, you're like a ladies' man, you could say. You're a killer ladies' man," which Deku is saying, "What happened?" Now Lucifer is pretty much telling him that he has a soul that someone pretty much have died, and he's asking who died. Which he says, you find out soon enough." Which this is where he disappears. Now Deku is pretty much trying to see who died, and pretty much heads out. Now he's looking, and he sees Uraraka purse, or you could say her U.S. ID, her ID card for the school to get back in the building. Now Deku's looking around trying to see where she went at, and this is where Senpai comes back out, covered in half blood. Now Deku looks and says, "Did you kill someone, Senpai?" Which she's saying, "Oh, and he realized he puts the two things together. He says, "Did you kill Uraraka?" Now Senpai is trying to say that she didn't, and Deku says, "Why did you kill her?" Which she's trying to explain to him that she was kept she really loved him, and she's confessing her thing, like she doesn't want no one else to interrupt their love and stuff, which and try to take him away from her, which Deku pretty much grabs her and pretty much hugs her. Just tells her to just it's alright, but next time, please stop. Don't kill anyone. If a girl offered her love to me, I'm not going to accept her love. I only love you, which she begins to says okay. Now this is where Deku is pretty much trying to call Lucifer, and Lucifer not answering. Now this is where you could say Keyshawn appears, the Galaxy God. Well, no, this is where Kyo comes in. he pretty much appears and says, mm, look like look like your girlfriend got her look like your girlfriend got herself stuffed in a pickle there. And Kill is pretty much smiling, like a big grin smiling, sharp teeth. He's saying, so you want to save your girlfriend by food. Let's see, get in a chair, or you could say, get in prison for life for a murder. Now, Deku is looking and saying, who are you? Which Kill is smiling with a big grin saying, you have no right to ask whose my name is, but I give you this one deal. Since there will be a time when I need your help with something. You scratch my back, I scratch your back this time. You know? So, I bring her back to life. But it will be for a cost. Which Deku says, I do anything. No. Kill says, I know you do anything for the girl you like. Or you could say love. Anyways, she looking, I heard she has a baby. Or she's going to have one. Which Deku said, wait, what? Which Senpai is blushing. Which she's blushing. Now, Kill pretty much brings Uraraka's, you could say corpse. You could say corpse and stuff. And her body is chopped up in pieces, which Deku says, you had to chop her up in pieces, which she says, which Senpai says, I was about to just throw her back, just bury her back body, or just throw it in the ocean. Now, this is where you could say Kill brings her body and puts her body back to pieces, but she will have scars of being sawed up in pieces and stuff, like her legs and stuff. Now, Uraraka is being brought back to life, but kind of different, you could say. Now, Uraraka wakes up, and she looks around saying, what? And she looks at Senpai and she says, you bitch, and she runs at Senpai and pretty much punches her in the face with, you could say, Sean Strength and stuff, and string her, which Deku trying to get her off her, saying, Uraraka, calm down now. This is where Uraraka pretty much is push Deku by the side, sending him flying to a tree. And he's like hitting the tree saying, ah. Now this is where Uraraka says, oh my god, Deku, and runs to him and says, are you alright? I'm so sorry, which she now Kill is saying, ooh, damn. Look like that had hurt. Now Senpai, she's coughing up and, trying to get up. Trying to pull herself up. Which, this is where Deku says, I'm alright. Are you okay, Uraraka? This is where she smiles and says, more than better. She kisses Deku. Pretty much start kissing out women. Now, this is where Senpai says, start calling her. He says, you little, and about to summon her smoking knife, and about to stab Uraraka. Until Deku pretty much is getting Uraraka off of him, saying, what the, and Uraraka pretty much says, I was in hell, seeing all the demons and stuff. It felt like centuries there. But until I was you could say I was seeing a lot of demons and stuff. Now, how did Uraraka end up in hell? Well, I explained how she ended up in hell. You could say she was being a tiny bit of a sinner and thinking of nasty thoughts while she was about to go back in Rome. And when you could say somebody killed her, her soul was kind of put down to hell for a time. She was about to go to heaven, but she got put in heaven. Now, this is where the demons is like, she was getting tortured. You could say getting tortured and stuff and all that, and her limbs part. Now, this is where she sees Deku's throne, and he was like the king of hell. You could say not the king, you could say not the king, but was like one of the kings of the realm of hell. Now, she was there, and she learned about Deku and him being worshipped by demons and stuff, saying he will return back to the throne one day. But till then, he'll keep his throne clean and stuff and all that. And some, like his supervisor, takes over the throne now. Pretty much, Deku, pretty much he is explaining what hell was like. Deku begins to say, "I'm so sorry that I caused this to you," which he turns at, but she like looks at him with her eyes, and her eyes is like contempt of craziness, and she says, "I should, I don't blame you. I should be thanking you." And she pretty much kisses him again, which Senpai, she's getting pissed off even more, which she says, "I really do, like." Uraraka begins to say, "I really do have feelings for you, but I want you, and I want you to be mine. And if you want, if you want, if you want me her to share you, I'll gladly just share you with her, even though she killed me." And she turns back around, angry. Which, like I said, she got the scars on the neck and dies and stuff in her arms. Which, Deku is saying, "Just calm down now." Kill begins to laugh his ass off real hard, saying, "Well, I think I should be going back." Which Deku is trying to stop Kill and say, "Wait, can I please get to know your name for helping me here?" Which he turns around and smiles and says, "Well, it's Kill. I'm his brother, so good luck. Good luck with that. Good luck of trying to call me again. I might come, I might not. Depends on the excitement." And he disappears. Now, Uraraka is back to life. Now, as she's back to life, she pretty much is holding Deku's hand, while Senpai is holding Deku's other hand. And they're looking at each other with pissed off content, like they want to kill each other. And Deku is just pretty much saying, as they're both acting like at the same time, Deku, are you, Deku-chan, are you alright? Which, you know, Deku looks at them and says, "I'm alright. Please, both of y'all get some sleep." Which they say okay. Now, Deku goes in the room and he sits on his bed and pretty much just thinking, "Oh boy, my life is just turning weirder and weirder." Now, we're gonna say the Sparks Festival comes in. The Sparks Festival comes in, and this is where the teachers is expressing about the Sparks Festival. Yeah, and talking about it and stuff. And as they're talking about it and stuff, this is where, Deku is listening in class and saying, "Oh, that's great," doing a little smile, but, still upset because, like I said, the whole murder situation. Now, Uraraka is pretty much, she comes to class late saying, "Sorry that I'm late teaching," and her hair is different. Her hair is more like black. You could say dark black. And she looking like a goth girl, you can say. Because like I said, she was in hell, she came back, scars, and the teacher looks and she's wearing a short skirt. She's wearing a short shirt. I mean, yeah, a short skirt with, could say, looking like a hot goth girl. If you ever think in the prom books, like she's that goth girl. Now she's walking, and she begins, and they see the scars, like the scars on her arms and neck, and on her wrist, and also sees it on her neck. And they're confused of what happened to Uraraka, which everybody's confused. This is where Uraraka comes close to Deku, pretty much sits next to him and pretty much holds his arm. Now, Senpai, she's pretty much pissed off because Uraraka is really clinging on to him, and she begins to sit by Deku and does the same thing, which the Razorhead is just saying, he just says, I just do this later. Now, he begins to explain the whole thing, and they're listening and stuff. And they do the Source Festival. Now, for Deku doing the Source Festival, for the running one, Deku begins to, you could say, transform. And he turns into a ghost tailpipe. And he started to run faster than anyone else can see, including beating Todoroki and Bakugo. Now, the landmines. Deku doesn't touch any landmines or blow up because Deku, like I said, can't be touching anything or can't take damage by anything. And he pretty much reaches first. Which everybody's saying, "Wow, you see that? Quite amazing." Now, everybody's, excited and saying, "Wow," and stuff. Now, the speech, Deku pretty much gives out a speech, but more like a little bit depressing. I forgot to tell you that. Now, for the 100 thing, Senpai and Uraka helps on Deku's team because, like I said, they're both attached to him now, and they're both psychopaths, so you could say. And pretty much, says I'm on Deku's team, holding his arm. Deku says, now, now for everybody else, other teams the same here. Flappy and Banana is with Deku, and they're pretty much all like it. Now, Deku is pretty much saying, is everybody ready? Which everybody's saying, yeah. Now, Senpai and Uraka is having a fight with each other, saying, like, you're in my way and stuff, and they about to separate the thing. Well, you could say about to make everybody fall to the ground, which Deku says, can both y'all girls please stop? Like, if y'all be good, I promise I will give y'all a reward, which they're both saying, really, and they both lick their tongue. You could say lick their lips and says, oh, really? Now, Deku saying, yeah. Now, as they're in the middle, when the guy says go, they're pretty much about to get attacked by everybody to get the 100 thing. Until, you could say Deku says, oh no you don't, and forms a magic circle. Well, a magic fire, like, shield thing around. Now, no one can penetrate it because they will get burned. And as you could say, Todoroki's trying to create icing to put out the fire. It pretty much get countered by an ice thing. As Baku's trying to blow it up, it gets countered by a fire thing. So no one can touch it. So pretty much, they passes it with quick ease. Now, everything else in the fighting thing, everything is the same. Now, it's just the extras. Cajun or Uraka pretty much, instead of like doing the gravity thing and all that stuff, this is where she pretty much punches the shit out of the person and sends them flying out the way. Now, everything else, yeah. And Senpai, she pretty much just takes the air out their breath and knocks them out like that. Or puts smoke in their breath and knocks them out. Now, the whole three wave thing of all that stuff, the Deku with the mind control, this is where Deku is just walking close to him and pretty much taking his time. This is where the guy's trying to ask him a question. Deku pretty much not having it. He pretty much knees him in the face, making his nose bleed, kick him off, pretty much saying, I'm not gonna fall for that. I already know about your quirk. Now, this is where Deku is in the locker room, and this is where I think overall starts talking to Deku. And he's pretty much is trying to, says, I do anything if you can get my son to use his quirk, which Deku looks at him and says, if you don't get out of here right now, I'll freeze your body till you can't live. And she says, what you say to me, kid? Which Deku punches him in the face and then flying out the locker room. Which Todoroki saw his water again flying out the locker room. Deku's pretty much walking. And Todoroki is about to ask what happened, which Deku says, don't ask me. I starts to walk. Now, Deku and Todoroki has a fight, as usual, and as they're fighting, Todoroki is overusing his quirk. And this is where Deku is saying, I've been through a lot of stuff, including hell and back. And I know one thing is simple. That's not your father's quirk, it's really your quirk. Those two quirks is yours. Now use them. And this is where Todoroki snaps out of it and use the fire quirk. And he says, you asked for it. And this is where he pretty much creates a shockwave explosion, you could say, with the fire. With the fire and a little bit of ice. And, with the fire, pretty much Deku pretty much says, that's more like it. And pretty much walks through the fire thing and pretty much have an ice ball and ice fist and punch Todoroki in the stomach, sending him flying out the stage and in an ice crystal. And he's pretty much knocked out in an ice crystal, which everybody's saying, wow, oh my god, and stuff. Now, Bakugo and Deku fight. Now, Bakugo is pretty much scared of Deku. He's shitless of Deku. And this is where Bakugo is, shaking and stuff. And he's pretty much peeing his pants. Peeing his pants. Which Deku is saying, hey Bakugo, are you scared of me? Which Deku is, which Deku says that, and Bakugo is pretty much, shaking and pretty much pissing himself. And he looks down and saying, oh, and he pretty much, starts to try to let out explosions and stuff and trying to leap at Deku. But Deku is pretty much saying, you can walk off stage if you want to. We don't have to fight. And I won't make fun of you if you disqualify yourself, which, Bakugo walks off stage. Pretty much don't want none of that smoke. Now, everybody's saying, wow, oh my god, and all that stuff. Now, all the acceptance and stuff goes the same. Except for the difference is Uraraka takes a different sponsorship. Actually, no, yeah. She takes a different sponsorship than usual because she actually wants to be a hero that does nothing else. Actually, no, she takes the construction work thing to pretty much learn how to do construction work, but also to get stronger. Now, Senpai, she takes, you could say, the one with Midnight and goes into the thing to do some cosplay and stuff because she's thinking about doing some sexy cosplays for Deku. Now, Deku pretty much takes, you could say Deku pretty much don't get any sponsors. Doesn't get any sponsors because he doesn't want, well, he gets sponsored with Overlord because Todoroki says, I want Deku to be with me since he helped me do my court thing. Now, who is going to train with All Might's trainer? Bakugo. Because Bakugo has wonderful, I forgot to say, but he does have. Now pretty much actually no. Bakugo doesn't have it. Someone else has it. It's I forgot his name, but I'll tell you later. But pretty much Deku is heading to overall. Pretty much, saying, oh, hey, overall, which, I'm not looking at Deku. Says, huh, son, you ready to learn your training with this squirt? Which Todoroki says, hey, if he's not here by my side to train with us, then I'm not. Which overall says whatever. Now, as they're doing the training stuff, we're gonna say, this is where they're all at lunch stuff, and Idon is pretty much saying that he's pretty much in anger too, saying that his brother got in a fight with the hero's killer Stain, pretty much the hero killer, and saying that he don't know if he can ever walk in and stuff. Which Deku begins to, feel sad for him. He says, it's okay. We can pretty much get this. It could be another way and stuff to get your brother, back. Which is not listening and stuff. Now, this is where the normal, you could say, Tokyo. I forgot the China, and it begins. The Nobles begin attacking. All the heroes is going out and stuff. Helping out and stuff. And some of the heroes are killing. Some of the heroes are killing the Nobles and stuff. Now this is where Stain and Seven are fighting and stuff, and they get attacked. Now, Deku remembered that Stain is in that area and says, oh no, Idon, that's why he took the sponsor to go to try to kill Stain. Now, Deku begins to starts to, head off going, but before he starts to think, he thinks of the time when he went to the hospital and healed Idon's brother. Now, his brother is pretty much, waking up saying that he doesn't feel like he's in pain and stuff. And Deku's pretty much telling him that he pretty much healed all his wounds and his bones and stuff that got broken by Satan. And he can go back to being a pro hero, but, and he's going to tell his brother himself, so don't tell his brother, which he says, okay. Now, this is where Edon is down to the ground and saying that he will never walk again and stuff. And Stain is looking and saying, pretty much saying whatever, about to kill, until Deku comes in and kicks Stain. Kicks Stain and send him flying. Now, Stain is pretty much getting kicked and stuff into another building. And Deku pretty much hits that building, pretty much saying, he was really trying to kill my friend, was you? And he pretty much pulls out his, you could say 2 katanas. Deku pulls out 2 katanas, pulls out his Roman sword and pulls out his other blade. It says, well, shall we fight then, Stain? Which Stain is saying, I'm glad to now. Deku's having his scrap with Stain and stuff, and Todoroki is coming to check where's Deku and stuff. Just trying to see where's Deku and all that. And pretty much, he's telling that Deku is saying he doesn't know where they at. He was pretty much knocked out and grown paralyzed. Now, this is where Stain gets a cut off of Deku. He licks the leg. Now, Deku can't move. He's trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Now, this is where Stain is coming in, about to go for the kill, and stabs Deku. Pretty much saying, look like that's it, kid. Now, Deku pretty much grabs the knife and pretty much is smiling and saying, who told you that you're gonna win? And he looks up at him with like a madman face, saying, who told you that you would win? And he headbutts Stain, sending him back, which Stain backs up, stabbed from the hip. Now Deku pulls out the knife and pretty much crushes it, and he pulls out his small samurai, just demon blade knife, and he says, well, shall we go then? And he pretty much leaps at Stain. Now, they're having their fight stuff, and Stain is pretty much losing. He had the upper hand, now he's losing. Now, Stain is getting cut up in pieces of stuff, and Deku kicks Stain back. And this is where Stain hits the ground, and Deku does a leap and stabs Stain in the stomach. Now, he's pretty much back, pulls the knife out, and pretty much doing a hand gesture and saying, come on, and pretty much laughing in a demon voice. And he says, come on, I know you're not done yet. Now, this is where Stain comes out and about to let loose the Hope Blood Griffin go for the final stab. And this is where Deku leaps at him and go for a stab too. Now, Stain pretty much coughs up blood and hits the ground. Pretty much saying, what? How? And this is where Deku kicks him down. Steps on his back. He pretty much says, I believe this is what you're about to do to my friend. And he smiles and stabs Stain in the back, pretty much killing Stain. Now, Todoroki, Deku pretty much leaves the building, start walking very slowly, saying, now Pride is saying, well done, Deku, well done. You actually did it. You actually destroyed him. Which Raph is saying, I'm not gonna say, but you did a hell of a good job. Now, all the sins are giving him a good gesture. Now, this is where Gluttony says, man, I bet you're hungry. Should we eat then? Which all the sins are saying, Now, as Deku's walking, you could say, he's pretty much holding his, cutting. And this is where Todoroki comes in and says, are you alright, Deku? Like, what happened to Stain? Which Deku is pretty much saying, I'm alright. I pretty much just killed him. Which Todoroki says, you killed him? Which Deku says, yeah, I killed him. It was me or him. I'm not gonna capture him. And pretty much begins to start walking away. Now, as they begin to walk, Deku sees Senpai and Uraraka, and they run up to Deku, asking if he's alright and stuff. And Deku is saying, yeah, and stuff. Now, this is where, all the students get a break. Get a break, and they all head back to their dorms and stuff. And class will be this, they won't go class for this day. Now, as Deku's in his room, and stuff, Senpai had to go somewhere. Well, had to go do her thing while Deku's in his room. Pretty much everybody's doing it. This is where Uraraka comes in and says, actually, you're right. And Deku says, yeah, which she smiles and says, you're a terrible liar, you know that. And she hops on Deku and says, I can tell you're lying, right? Which he says, I wonder why. Now this is going to be part 4. Yeah, part 4 of what if Deku was suicidal. If you like, leave a comment down below, do all that stuff. But I'm Keyshawn Chia. Thanks for watching, and I need to work on other videos. So peace out.
It looks like you lost another one.